Welcome back to the channel. My name's Oliver and I am in the award-winning best plug-in hybrid vehicle, the Mazda Mx30 REV. This thing can do 53 miles of range just on its electric battery, and it's got an 830cc rotary engine, which is insane. A lot of plug-in hybrid vehicles have a bigger engine than that, don't they? So, I mean, it's pretty quiet. And what I like about this car is a lot of plug-in hybrids, or just hybrids, in fact, I love them to have a charge vehicle, because sometimes I don't want to charge the battery all the time. So I've got a charge option here, and when I put it on, listen to the engine. You can hardly hear that. You can hardly hear that engine. And you know what? The engine, a little bit like the Nissan e-Power we had, the engine never, ever, ever powers the front wheels. The only way this car operates is for an electric motor, and the battery is constantly charging that electric motor. I've got 3 modes: normal, EV and charge. It's great that you can charge it back into the engine. I do like that. I think it's about 16.4 kilowatt hours. I want to see what this car is like, so I'm going to take it on this route. It's very curvy. So far the suspension has been pretty comfortable. I've got these little niblets here, these knobs on the steering wheel, which feel kind of nice. Buttons on my multifunctional steering wheel as well. It's not a touchscreen infotainment. I'm not used to that, but I do have a rotary gear selector. Right, suspension test, here we go. What have you got? Oh, these are very harsh. It's not as bad as some of the other cars that we've been in today, but those are very, very harsh bumps. And to be fair to this, it did okay. It did okay. I mean, you did feel it. It didn't. My bottom didn't take a pounding as much as it did in some of the cars I did earlier. I'm not going too fast, and you know what? It's so smooth. This car, because it's, even though it's a plug-in hybrid and you've got that little small rotary engine, because you've just got that electric feeling of, you put your foot down, you pull away, nice and smooth. The car's just lapping up these corners, and it's working really, really well. And you know what? Mazda's quite affordable as well. I think you can pick one of these up. The cheapest one is around £31,500. So there you go. For affordability into the mix, you can start seeing why this might be the 2024 best plug-in hybrid.
All right, let's jump in and talk about the interior of this car, because it's quite a cool place to be. Let me turn you around and show you what it's like. Okay, first of all, oh my god, it's actually really small in here.
It's tight in it.
It's really small.
I can see you struggling with the...
I am. So first of all, you got this little display here, which is quite cool. I like that.
Yeah, little buttons that work up and down, the actual buttons, which is cool.
That is cool.
Touchscreen as well.
And then up here you've got this little tiny display.
Not touchscreen.
Not touchscreen, but it's functional.
Yeah, look, here's the wheel.
This is soft. Does this move?
No, it's pretty sturdy, isn't it?
Pretty sturdy.
But this, I don't like this. Look at this. So this, oh, you might just go, oh, I'm in park, I'll just flip it down. No, it won't go down. You have to literally move it over and then move it, and then you can move it up and down. But it's like over into park, and then that's parked.
Let's have a look in here. We've got the central display.
500 miles it says it's got on the dash there. Oh, look at this. Get this in there, Adam. I want to show you, this is the charge button. And this is actually a really neat feature, because you've got the EV mode, right?
Mood?
The EV, the normal, yeah, which comes up, and the charge. Now, look at this. This is smart. If I hit the charge, see how it says 100% charge there?
Yeah.
And the engine's turned on, that small rotary engine. I can change that level of charge. So if I click over here, look at the... So if you look in the windscreen now, in the charge target, in the infotainment, I can click change, and I can change the target for the high voltage of the battery. So I can say, oh, I only want to charge the car to 80%.
Oh, you can choose how much you want to charge it up by.
How cool's that?
That's a good little feature.
Right, I've got Adam with me in the back in this Mazda Mx30. I want him to talk to me about how comfy is it back there.
Okay, so I had a bit of a surprise when I first got in this car, because I was like, where's the door? But actually, the door is like a split door, which I might show you a little bit later, but it's quite quirky, and I don't want to show you. I just want to show you what it's like in the back. I can't get my words out today. So here's the door here. Really small, me room. Let's have a look. It's okay actually. It's actually more than I thought, which is quite surprising. Headroom, I feel like if you're a tall person, it's not going to be very friendly for you, because your head is literally, you're looking at this big old pillar here, and you've got a tiny window here, which actually just feels like an airplane window. It's not very big at all. In the back here though, it feels like a little bit of a cave. I don't know why. It's got that sort of vibe. There's 2 buttons on the back of this chair over here. Not sure what they do. They've got some seats on the icon on the button, but I've pressed it. It doesn't really do anything. Other than that, a nice cup holder in the door. So you've got a little bit of storage. A little bit of storage in the middle under my arm. So yeah, it's a little bit cramped. You could probably get 2 people in here at a squeeze, but definitely not a third. For kids, it's going to be okay for kids, but baby seats, probably not.
Just to talk to you about the regenerative braking with this car as well, you've got paddles, which is great, and it's really straightforward. It's 2 settings. You can see these triangles, and when you press the left one, that makes the regen on a little bit more, and then when you press the right paddle, which is the plus or the off, you literally press it and it's up triangles or down triangles. So there you go, that's full regen when I've hit the left paddle there, and I'm just lifting off just to see if it will come. It's not too harsh, to be fair, but yeah, that is the regenerative paddles in the car. Let's check out the boot space. I believe this has 350 litres of boot space. It isn't the biggest car. There's a little bit more space as you lift this up, and some polystyrene bits and bobs down there, and baby crowbar. Good stuff. There you go, that lives in there. But let me know, what do you think about the boot space? One of my cool features that I like actually here are these lights. They're kind of like cannons that stick out of the Mazda. I think that's pretty cool.
I'm impressed with that. That's quite cool. So the engine sounds a bit tinny, doesn't it? It sounds a bit thin.
It's 830cc and it's a rotary engine. Remember like the old RX-7s of the past? I think it was called a Wankel. Look, what do you think about the cork?
Okay, let me have a look. I quite like it.
It feels really, and this feels recyclable.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Everything in here feels like they've got sustainable materials. I'm guessing this is not real leather either, but very, very interesting, different. You've got this material fabric here, the leather there. They haven't even gone with contrasting stitching. Just kept it the same colour.
I feel like it feels quite cosy.
Yeah, well, I feel it feels edgy and alternative, because look, down here you've got cork as well.
Yeah, you've got some more additional storage down here.
Have you had a little look on the inside of the handles of the doors? They've even bothered, you can't see there, you've even bothered to put a little bit of cork behind the handle of the door.
Oh.
See?
Oh yeah.
So they've actually gone to a little bit of effort there, and this is quite cool. In some cars you can't really hide the cup holders, not that you need to, but there they are.
It's nice to choose.
Yeah, and then they flip up. So I think it's actually quite impressive. This, I don't know, does this feel pretty big to you? It feels kind of like a big wheel in a small car, but
so yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with this Mazda.
And I think you can pick a starting one up for £31,495 when,
exactly,
if you think about it, compared to other plug-in hybrids, that's pretty cheap. And you can see why some of the magazines have given this car, awarded it the 2024 best plug-in hybrid vehicle you can get.
Okay, I'll show you quickly, because basically it's got a history for MPG and what it's done, and I'll show you the average, which is 27.8 mpg with an average energy efficiency of 2.2 miles per kilowatt hour. So that doesn't sound like a lot to me. What do you think?
Yeah, that's a hard one, isn't it? I think that's the thing, because it's a little bit cheaper and because of the small engine, and it's really working that 17.8 kilowatt hour battery. I don't know if you're going to get a lot of miles from this. I have done some research, and in forums they haven't been seeing much over 400 miles of range. And if you look here, we've got 33% battery. It says we've got 13 miles left and 206 miles of petrol. So that is, you know, 229 miles of range. No, 219 miles left in the car. So I think when it's full, 400 miles, there are other cars out there that will have more. But again, you get what you pay for. So that's going to be, you know, decidable in your options.
I think if anyone else who's viewing this video has got one of these cars, they'll have to let us know what sort of MPG you're getting and your average efficiency, because it would be interesting to see.
I would, to be honest with you, if someone said to you, that's a plug-in hybrid, what's your MPG, and then you show 27.8,
you'd be like,
you'd probably think, what is that, a V8? 20, you know what I mean? 20, that's nearly 25 MP. What's the point?
Right, let's have a little look around the exterior of this Mazda, starting off with the front of the car. Now, I quite like this front of the car. It looks quite aggressive to me with these slashes here. That's quite cool.
I like the slashes.
I like the front.
Do you know what I love about Mazda is they're quite bonkers with their design. A lot of cars go smooth. They actually have bits which protrude and then go in as well. Look at this, look how much this kind of juts in here. And look at that recess.
It is quite a recess, isn't it?
And then the cannons at the back, they've gone with the opposite.
Well, coming down the side, it looks a bit off-roady with these, like, I don't know, arches and the cladding down the side.
Yeah.
Bit off-roady, and I like the little
flap. Look at my flap.
That is a huge flap.
Size of that thing.
That's the biggest flap I've ever seen.
Look at that. I'm like taking off the whole quarter panel there at the back.
Mazda here.
Huge.
And the size of these rear lights.
That's like a cannon. Look, you ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Caribbean.
What'd you say? Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Let us know in the comments if you say Caribbean or Caribbean. Anyway, look at, yeah. Sky Active. This is a bit plasticky, isn't it? But again.
Yeah, this is pretty horrible, to be honest. Look at the size of that.
Lot of surface area there.
Try and get in the back seats from there for me, Ollie. Get in the back seats.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, get in.
This top, does it go forward? Hang on. There we go. Fling that forward. Oh yeah, it does come down, doesn't it? Quite low.
Get in.
That's
it. Lovely. Right. See
Not
you later.
too bad.
Right, I'll try and get out again.
Okay, right.
Wait, hang on.
No, wait. Oh.
I'll try and get out.
Piece of cake.
That was a struggle.
I'll tell you what, that'd be annoying if someone did shut that door, because you do have to kind of like reach around, open the...
Give it the reach around.
But when you're actually back here, it's not too bad. But like you say, it does feel a bit... What? That window!
Airplane window.
Yeah. So that has been our episode on the Mazda Mx30 plug-in hybrid. We can see definitely why it is won a huge award, hasn't it? Best 2024 plug-in hybrid vehicle of the year. We've had a little bit of a drive on these roads, checked out the suspension, shown you some cool features. The interior is definitely a talking point. I would love to know what you guys think of this car down in the comments below. What would you have over this, price point wise? As always, if you like the episode, throw me a like, get a sub to Car Chat TV, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.